Once, nestled between green rolling fields and misty hills, lay a quiet village that seemed untouched by time. Life moved slowly there. The people rose with the sun, worked with their hands, and found joy in simple things. In this village lived a donkey, not one of noble birth or striking beauty, but one that had earned deep respect from all who saw it work. This donkey was known for its strength and, more importantly, its dedication. It rose each day before dawn, long before even the roosters found their voices. With no need for command or encouragement, it began its daily routine, hauling sacks of grain, vegetables, and supplies from the fields to the market. Day after day, mile after dusty mile, it worked without rest, without hesitation, and without a single word of complaint. Its owner, a quiet man who rarely smiled, depended on the donkey more than he admitted. The animal never missed a day, never slowed, never resisted. It simply did what needed to be done. Over time, the donkey became more than a helper. It became a symbol of reliability, of silent strength. One summer evening, after a particularly long day, the owner approached the donkey with something in his hands, a shining golden bell. "You've earned this," he said softly, fastening it around the donkey's neck. "This bell will show everyone just how hardworking and valuable you are." As the donkey walked, the bell chimed brightly, its crisp sound echoing through the village. People turned their heads. Children pointed and smiled. The donkey's ears perked up. It had never received such attention. That bell, it wasn't just an ornament. It felt like recognition, like purpose ringing with every step. From that day on, the donkey walked taller. The bell reminded it that its work mattered, that it was seen, that it was important. But something changed. Driven by pride, and perhaps fear, the donkey began pushing itself harder. It carried heavier loads, took fewer breaks, and worked from dawn until the last light disappeared. The bell rang louder and longer. The owner began using the sound as a measure of progress. If the bell was ringing, the donkey must be working. If it grew quiet, something must be wrong. The donkey felt this. It felt the pressure, the invisible expectation stitched into every chime. If the bell stopped, would its value stop too? Weeks passed. Then months. The donkey's body began to falter. Its legs grew tired. Its back ached constantly. But it didn't stop. It couldn't. It was the one who never complained. The one who never slowed down. One evening, as the sky painted itself in deep orange and purple, the donkey stumbled. It paused, tried to take another step, but its legs gave way. With a quiet thud, it sank into the dust. The bell around its neck still chimed, faint and uneven, like a song that had forgotten its rhythm. Nearby, an old ox who had watched the donkey for many seasons approached. He looked at the donkey with gentle weathered eyes and said, "Why do you push yourself so hard, friend?" The donkey sighed. "The bell. It tells the world who I am. If I stop, the bell stops. And if the bell stops, I'll be forgotten." The ox stood silently for a moment, then said, "Sometimes, the loudest sound hides the deepest pain. The world hears your bell. But have you been listening to yourself?" The donkey didn't answer. It couldn't. Because somewhere along the way, it had stopped listening. It only heard the bell. Days passed. The donkey never fully recovered. One morning, as the mist still clung to the grass, it collapsed again, this time for good. The bell rang one last time, soft and hollow, as it swayed in the morning breeze. The owner came running. He stood in shock at the sight of the donkey lying motionless on the ground. At first, his heart twisted in guilt. He whispered, "I pushed you too hard. I should have seen the signs." But then another thought crept in. Cold, practical. He looked at the bell and noticed how weak the sound had become. "It doesn't ring like it used to," he thought. "Maybe it's no longer useful." Without a word, he reached down, unfastened the golden bell and walked away. As if removing the bell could somehow erase the years of service, the pain, the worth. The animals of the village watched in silence, their eyes heavy with sadness. The ox lowered his head, not in defeat, but in mourning. In the days that followed, the village returned to its rhythm. A new donkey appeared. It was younger, faster. It too would carry loads. It too would be expected to wear a bell. But the ox never forgot. And neither should we. Because in every workplace, in every family, in every corner of life, there are donkeys. People who carry burdens quietly, who work tirelessly not for praise, but out of duty, loyalty, or love. Their efforts ring loud when they are at their best. But when they grow tired, when their bell softens, the world too often looks away. We forget that behind the sound of success lies a beating heart, a fragile body, and a soul that also needs rest. Your value does not lie in how much you produce. Not in how loud your bell rings. Not in how far you carry the weight. Your worth lies in your health. In your spirit. In your humanity. Don't let the noise of the world drown out your own voice. Learn to pause. To heal. To say, this is enough for today. And if you lead others, if you carry responsibility over someone else's life or labor, remember to look past the bell. See the whole being. Recognize their effort before they break. True strength isn't endless motion. It's knowing when to stop, when to ask for help, and when to be valued for more than just the work you do. And sometimes, the kindest thing you can do for someone is not to reward their silence with a bell, but to offer your voice when they forget how to use their own.